Well, hello everyone and welcome back to another Snowy Viking Village tutorial. We return to our little area in the taiga biome to add another build, and today for you guys I'm going to show you how to build another style of Viking house. That's right guys, a few people have been asking for a different variant of a Viking house, so that's what I've got lined up for today. I'd just like to say a huge thank you for all the support on the rest of the series, and a huge thank you to everyone who watched my Wild West train station tutorial the other day. That went down really well, so if you haven't seen that, go check that out. But for now, we need to clear out a little area out here at the back of the village to make space for our new, slightly larger Viking house. So over in this corner I wanted to quickly just level out the land slightly, however doing so on a slightly higher level to the rest of the main village, just to give it that bit more height and to add some variation to the village, making it look a bit more interesting from afar. So now let's give you a quick preview of our new Viking house that we're going to be building. So for this house I've strayed away from the traditional triangular look that we've mainly used elsewhere in the village, and we've gone for a slightly more fantasy style. It's a really good looking house and it's made of really easy materials to acquire in survival, so personally I think it would make for a really nice survival start house. I think in our village this house would maybe be the home of a more wealthy or powerful Viking, or could even be used as a meadery or seer's hut, but we'll be building one of those in a different video. So let's see what materials we need for our house. Right, so for this build we're going to need our usual stripped dark oak logs, some stripped spruce logs, some spruce planks, spruce stairs, dark oak planks and stairs, dark oak slabs and fences, cobblestone, regular stone, cobble and regular stone slabs, spruce doors, chains, lanterns and some stone buttons. Not a lot of stuff, so let's crack on with our Viking house. Now, for this build we're going to need a 7 by 11 block area with a 2 by 7 block area in the middle of each side like this, so make sure you have enough room to start with. Right, our first step is to simply fill in the entire marked out area with our cobblestone to create a sort of cross shape to form a solid foundation for our house. Then, to make it more interesting, replace some of the cobble with some regular stone to texture it up a little bit. Now on each corner of the build we're going to knock out a cobblestone block and place a column of 4 stripped dark oak logs from the ground up. Do this on all 8 corners of the foundation. Next, in the shown positions perpendicular to the columns we've just built, we're going to knock out the cobble block again and place 4 columns of 8 dark oak stripped logs like so. Now on each side of the build we're going to knock out another 2 cobblestone blocks like so and place in another 2 columns of stripped dark oak logs, this time 6 blocks high. Do this on each side, totaling 8 new columns. Now we're going to work our way around the whole build and place 3 blocks of spruce planks in between all of our columns like so. So we should end up with a 3 block high wall of spruce planks all the way around the outside like this. Using our stripped dark oak logs again, we're going to put 3 more, horizontally this time, along each side like so to form a crossbeam. Do this on all 4 sides of the house. Then simply pop an extra spruce plank in the centre top of each wall like so. Now we're going to choose which side is going to be our front. Once you've picked a side, pop a spruce door in the centre and pop out a window on each side like so, and add a dark oak fence in each hole. Stunning. On the other 3 walls we're just going to knock out the top 3 spruce planks of the wall and add in another 3 fence posts to create 3 more windows on each side. This should be enough ventilation for us to put a fire inside. Now grab those stripped dark oak logs again, and this time we're going to join the largest columns together using a 5 block long beam at the same height as the horizontal beam on the outer wall. If it's any easier, that's 4 blocks up on the largest columns. Do this on each side. So next, on the top of each outer wall we're going to place 4 horizontal stripped dark oak logs like so, making sure the 2 blocks are hanging over the outside and 1 block on the inside. Then just repeat the process on the other 3 sides. Okay, so now using our spruce planks again, we're going to join up the largest columns again using 4 3-block high walls. The horizontal beams we placed in the previous step should sit snug up against the side. Next, making sure this is the 2 side walls, not the front and the back wall, we're going to place a row of 5 spruce planks on the very top and then a further 3 on top of that, like so. Beautiful. Then, down the centre of the 3 spruce planks, we're just going to place an 11-block strip dark oak horizontal beam across the top, making sure there are 2 blocks poking out of each end, like so. Now to form the roof, we're going to add 4 rows of 3 dark oak stairs like so on each side. Do this twice on each side to form a triangular roof, then pop some upside down stairs underneath each lip to neaten it up. Then we're simply going to repeat the process on each of the 4 walls. This part might be a bit tricky, so don't be afraid to pause or go back in the video to check you've placed all your blocks in the right places. But once you've done all 4 sides, it should look something a little like this. Stunning. Now for the top roof, we're going to add 4 rows of 9 dark oak stairs on the front and the back like so. Make sure you have 1 block poking over the edge of the wall on each end. Once you've built up both sides, pop those upside down stairs under the lips to neaten the roof up again. Now on the front side of the build, the side which the door is on, we're going to pop a row of 2 dark oak slabs, add an extra one on the front one, then add an upside down stair on each side, followed by a right way up one and another upside down one to form that Viking V shape. Do this on the rear, lower roof as well. Then on the 2 side smaller roofs, we're going to add a row of 3 dark oak slabs, again adding an extra one on the top of the end one, then add an upside down stair followed by a right way up stair, add another slab up against the wall too. Do this on both sides. Now on the very top of the larger roof, we're going to place a row of slabs and then another slab on every other space like so. Then on each end of the roof, we're going to repeat the little 2-stair pattern we created in the previous step. So to make the exterior a little more interesting to look at, we're going to add some age and history to it by replacing some of the spruce planks with some stripped spruce logs and some spruce stairs. This really brings the build to life and breaks up those plain wooden walls. Now on the end of each sticky out beam of the stripped dark oak logs, we're going to place a stone button and then hang a chain and a lantern from each one to light that beauty up. So next to the front door, we're going to place a row of 3 stone blocks and then add some slabs around it to form a bit of a step. Then either side of the door we're going to place 2 dark oak fences and then add a dark oak stair on top of each one. Then in the middle just add 2 dark oak slabs to form a little entrance porch. Next, we're going to add our signature Viking banners, which we've used in the rest of the village to make sure people know that this house is in this Viking clan. Now for a bit of terraforming around the general area, we're going to form a path using, you guessed it, path blocks, joining it up with the rest of the village. We're going to use diorite slabs to act as snow covered steps, and then we're going to add a few rocks and bushes around the area to make sure it really fits into the environment. Finally, we're going to put a couple of those spruce trees back that we chopped down at the start of the video. For the interior, I've added a cosy hanging chandelier and then I made this trapdoor table hanging from chains which I absolutely love. We're then going to add a large bed and a fire pit so our Viking residents can cook up a lasagna or something, maybe more like a rat on a stick or some fish, and then we're going to go and finish it up with some details like some chests, barrels, banners and flower pots, and I think you guys will agree that it's very cosy in here. And there we have it, Vikings and Vikqueens, if that's even a word. We have our new variation of our Viking house. I'm really pleased with how this turned out, and it's definitely one of my favourite builds in the area. I still think the fishing hut's my favourite so far. If you haven't seen that video, go check that out on the channel. But if you enjoyed this video, make sure to let me know down below, and if you want to see more like this, then make sure you press that subscribe button, because there's lots more to come, like a meadery, a seer's hut, and even a Viking temple. So thank you so much for watching watching, everyone. Your support means the absolute world. Make sure you send your screenshots of your builds, your versions of my tutorials to me on Twitter or Discord. I'd love to see those. It makes this whole thing worthwhile. And that's all we've got time for today, guys, unfortunately. So until next time, everyone, tatty bye.